Welcome, Patrice. How are you? Welcome, Tay. We're just gonna let a few more people come in. Welcome, Victoria. How are you? How's everyone's week going? I can't believe it's the middle of November already. Welcome, Karen. How are you? Welcome, Murphy. How are you all doing? All right, as always, I always ask everyone to send this live to as many friends as you can because they don't want to miss out on this. We have a very special guest, so just DM this to 5 of your friends and we'll get started very shortly. Tay, I feel you. I feel you. It's one of those long weeks already, but we can do this. And then I don't know if things are shutting down in you guys' areas, but they're going to be shutting things down on Friday here. So yeah, trying to buy all the things we can. Make sure to get your toilet paper because we know what happened last time. And don't forget the food too, because that's a little bit more important. Welcome, Tai Tai. Welcome, Miss Lango. How are you? Welcome, Jen. How are you doing? Yeah, we're going to be started in just a few minutes. We're just waiting for a few more people to drop in, and then we'll get started. So I was just talking about how things are shutting down in a couple states. I think Chicago already started this week, and here in the Philly area, things are shutting down starting Friday. So we're trying to stock up and trying to get prepared to get back into that mode of things really being shut down. Thank you, guys. Thank you. 5 rolls of see, and this is the thing too. Welcome, Rich. How are you? People just buy toilet paper like crazy. I don't get it. Like, I don't know if they're trying to build a fort or what, but that's the first thing that finished last time in the stores, and I think the same thing's gonna happen this time, unfortunately. So make sure you get your toilet paper. Welcome to everyone who's just coming in. Just send this live to a few of your friends. We're waiting for our guest, and we'll be started soon. Rich, I know, really though, it seems like they're trying to build a fort of toilet paper. That's the only thing I can think of. Thank you, Karen. Last time it was toilet paper and sanitizer. So I have my sanitizer. I've been, stocking up the last few months. But make sure you get your sanitizer. But more importantly, you gotta get your vitamin C and you gotta get your fruits and veggies. Like, that's really what's gonna protect your immune system, at least from a preventative standpoint. So, welcome, Dean. How are you? Everyone coming in, just drop in the comments where you're currently located so I can get an idea of where everyone is, because it's always cool to see people coming from different states, different countries. Vitamin C and D3, yep, and D3. And sea moss is really good too. Sea moss has all your nutrients. I mean, it's great. I add that to my smoothies. I add it to face masks. It's very versatile. Maryland, LA, yes, LA, New Jersey. We're next door neighbors. Welcome, Sarah. Dallas, Texas via Cali. Yes. I'm originally from Texas. You know that, Rich. Austin, Texas. New York. Yes. Yeah, I think it's kind of a domino effect. Like when you have one state say that they're going to go into lockdown or shutting things down, and the next day it's like, yeah, maybe we should do that too. So the first one that I heard was Illinois, with Chicago's mayor really being adamant about it. Virginia, nice, from all over. Oh yeah, we know about your warrants, Brian. It's okay though, this is a safe space. Welcome, Michelle, how are you? Thank you, Miss Lango. This is that non-copyright music. All right, our guest is here. All right, welcome guys, and good evening to everyone. Thank you for just coming in. I am your host, Dr. Beauty. Welcome to Testimony Tuesdays. So Testimony Tuesdays is a platform that I created this year to give a platform to people who want to talk about their testimonies, whether it's in their professional lives, in their personal lives. And we've had a lot of really uplifting stories. And tonight's guest has a very inspirational story to share. So without further ado, I'm going to read her introduction and I'll bring her into the room. So Ms.Tris Beats, aka Ms.Truth Is Soul, is a multi-talented producer and media designer who resides in Baltimore. She began cultivating her production and media journey in the late 90s. As art turned digital, she developed an interest in software-based audio production and computer graphics. In 2005, Ms.Tris became recognized as a top producer in her area. She was the first female to win the Producer's Test Bin at 88.9 Strictly Hip Hop Radio. She was also voted Baltimore's best beat maker by the City Paper. Learning from pioneers from the online producer movement, she established her first production website in 2007. Realizing a need to bring her diverse talents together, Ms.Tris decided to return to her studies. She earned a degree in web design and interactive media from the Art Institute of Pittsburgh in 2016. Ms.Tris has produced music for over 60 MCs locally and around the world. Today, she works as a music and media specialist for her business with Keybe Writes, KeyTris Music and Media. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in Ms.Tris Beats, and everyone please give a round of applause via your applause emojis in the comments.
What's up, family?
How are you?
I'm good. Instagram was updating as soon as it was time to log in.
Instagram is hating. Like they
try, but they don't know that we're already great. That's the thing about it.
We're already great, and the devil's a liar. So here we are.
We're already great.
Here we are. So how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling comfortable. It was just like good energy all day, today for this special night, and doing really good.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. And I feel the energy in the room is very genuine and warm. So I'm excited for our interview.
Yes.
Yes. So I always start off with a warm-up question.
Okay.
So if you had to DJ any event in the world, any event you could think of, what would it be and why?
I would open up for D Nice when we had this big cookout. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we got a new family. It's like almost 9 months. We got a new family, and that would be it. So y'all go ahead and start tagging D Nice.
Yes.
Y'all go ahead, inbox D Nice, talk about Mission. No, this is only my my fourth time DJing, so we'll get to that. You know what I'm saying? But that would be it. That would be it.
That would
like
be
the big cookout.
Yeah, exactly. We've been talking about that. Our CQ fam, we're going to have a legit cookout in real life. And it's going to be all of us dancing to the family reunion music. Ms.Tris Beats going to be on the set, opening for DJ D Nice, of course. So I always believe in manifesting what you want to do. So
Yes.
Y'all tag D Nice. Don't be shy.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. There you go, right? It's nothing knocks it if you don't try.
Exactly. Exactly. I always say that if you don't ask, you can't receive. So,
Right. Right. That's true.
exactly. All right. So, let's get started. So, for those of you who missed the interview introduction, we were talking about how Ms.Tris Beats has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the music industry as well as web design. So, Ms.Tris Beats, could you tell us a little bit more about your experience in music production and media design?
Of course. Everybody knows now that I'm Ms.Tris Beats, and what I do is music production, web design, and interactive media. A lot of people don't know what interactive media is. It's basically things that move on the internet, you know, your games, your uh, anything you could think of, like making stuff like Instagram and things like that. I'm a designer. I'm not quite a coder. So, you know what I mean? A couple of more, you know, school, a couple of more years of college, and then we learned how to code, and we can do it like right from here. We can code websites, you know, saying we can get your game, your app going, and all that kind of stuff like that. As far as production is concerned, pretty much Baltimore's beat queen. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is like, you know, gotta say it. We've been like, when I started making beats, I'll say like in 1999 ish, about 1999 ish. Really, it was just like for myself. When I graduated college, I wanted to be a rapper. I did not want to. I mean, when I graduated high school, I wanted to be a rapper. Mom said, "No, you're going to college. You're going to college." But you know, I was like, I was headed to New York. I was headed to New York. I was going to be a rapper. I still got bars. You know what I'm saying? But and as I was, you know, growing in music and things I was rapping about, you know what I mean? It kind of was like conflicting with my soul in the group that I was in. You know, so along the way, you know, saw Sheila E. making, you know, playing the drums and tried to get mom to get me a drum set. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't get the drum set. No, you're not. I'm not getting you a drum set. And she did buy me a Yamaha drum machine. So that, you know, I started like practicing. Went and got the sticks. You know, did Sheila E. in a big did Sheila E. in a high school talent show. My family always remembers it. Talks about that. So I did the glamorous life, and then like in the backyard, down on the Eastern Shore, Salisbury, Maryland. You know, that's where I was born, and then just started tinkering around with the beats, still trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? I was like, everybody knows me for rap, and then as I got you know, deeper into it, I had a chance to get an ASR 10, the same thing that RZA produced with.
Right.
So once I got that, you know, then I was like, oh, okay, production. You know, the rap books was like the rap started. Then the equipment started growing. So that's kind of basically how I started. You know, how I started with music was seeing Sheila E. rapping, and then mom wouldn't get the drum set, and it started from there.
Well, that is quite a story because you didn't take no for an answer in your own way. You kind of was like, I'm gonna get it however I can.
Right.
And you transformed that love into production after a few years, right? And what were some of the things that you were rapping about before? Because I know you said some of the lyrics kind of didn't go along with where you were at that time.
Yeah, we're talking about when I was 16, and that's like, you know, well now, but you know, for years I went by my by the music age, but now everybody knows how old I am. So when I was like 16, and you know, crack was coming out, and you know, people were selling drugs, it's just like we were rapping about the streets. You know what I'm saying? We were rapping about the streets, like what everybody else was rapping about. You know, I think the conscious rap came along, like, you know, you had the 70s, like with Sugar Hill Gang and Curtis Blow and all those kind of things like that. But when hip hop really got going and, you know what I mean, really became, you know, basically to the forefront, everybody was rapping about what they were around, you know what I mean? So yeah, so for years that's what we were rapping about. Who's the hardest, you know, a couple battle raps and things like that too, you know, came along, but basically streets, drugs, stuff we weren't doing, stuff, lies, basically lying, so,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, I mean that was a kind of a very birthing time in hip hop, I think, because you see people like Run DMC and everyone kind of coming out with like, what is this new sound? So
Right.
I think that's really amazing that you were part of that
Oh
movement too.
yeah, like if I get cut, I'm gonna bleed hip hop too. You know what I mean? Like I got stories upon stories about hip hop. Like I've met so many people. Like I had this friend who snuck us on in backstage. He just went there like all day and worked at the worked at the Civic Center, right?
Right.
And got us in. And guess whose show it was? It was KRS-One show with D
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
You know what
Wow.
I mean? Yeah, I got pictures with KRS-One from like when I was 16, Sweet Tea. You know what I mean? Like this dude got us into everything. Rest in peace, Tony. That was my best friend. He was from DC. Wild as a buck. Rest in peace, Tony. But yeah, we met in high school, and he really he really like got us into shows. Like, this dude was crazy. He'd go like 8 o'clock in the morning with a towel around his neck and start picking up equipment and just taking equipment off the truck. We had backstage passes, you know what I'm saying? So that's like the first time I met D Nice, and we were backstage. D Nice was so young. I didn't know he was my age then. I thought, he's a superstar. He's up there DJing. I thought he was older, just looked young. And I remember that the security wouldn't allow us to take pictures, and KRS was like, no, 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 no. Let the lady come take the picture. She wants a picture, let her take a picture. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's so many stories like that. Like backstage, I was like, yeah, we were getting backstage with New Edition. We were gonna get backstage with everything. So it's like, yeah, it's in my blood. Like we've been doing this music thing for a long time.
That is so dope. And so I know you mentioned a couple people that you got to go backstage for their shows, but what are some of the artists that were coming up at that time who you believe really influenced your sound?
I would say definitely Sweet Tea. As far as rapping is concerned, Sweet Tea, MC Light. MC Light was one of the first people. Like we were clowns, we were kids. Tony had us like on the backstage bus. On the bus, he was working with MC Light, and when they came to Baltimore, we came up to Baltimore, and she was the first person that like really put like humility about homeless people. Like we like kind of clowning. And she was like, no, 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 because we had never seen, really homeless, Right. She was like, no, 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 no. He doesn't have money. And then, she went 2 o'clock in the morning, went and got fish sandwich for this homeless person. You know what I'm saying? Then I learned a lesson from that because we didn't know. We were like, oh, look at his pin, we were clowning. And then she was like, no, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have food. Let's go get him some food. Took him some food. Boom. So that, life lessons from that. Queen Latifah, of course, UNITY, all that. This is just like Salt and Pepper. I've seen them probably 1,000 times backstage with them, all that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they were pretty much rap influence. Now, when you talk about the music, you know what I'm saying? We're going to like on a timeline, it seems. When you talk about the music, RZA, Just Blaze, like I really want to be like RZA. Like everything he got, I got. Everything he had at the time, I went and found a way to get it.
Right. And that's smart too, because I think, especially if that's a sound that was really inspiring you at the time, you go and you get that equipment that he's using and you perfected your craft.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, but I mean, I guess it's God, it's a calling, I believe that everybody during this quarantine and everything is finding their way, things like that. I honestly not blowing my own horn. God has gifted me with a lot of things, right? And I think part of my testimony has been, I heard people saying you dumb down your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You kind of tuck something away, or you're not really shining in all areas, or, people say like, jack of all trades and master of none. No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I believe that, God gave me the gifts. I'm going to use them. Right. So I tucked art away for a while for the music, but my natural gift is really drawing and graphics and, art is art. You know, in high school, went to visit the College of Art, and I was like, that's not gonna be for me. That's not gonna be for me. You know what I mean? Like when I went there, I didn't think, you know, actually when I was 17, I didn't think I was as good as you know, as the teachers were telling me. When I got to the college, I was like, nah. All this painting and carrying around all these paintbrushes. Right now, I still want to be a rapper.
Right.
You know what I mean? So my natural talent was art, you know, and then fell into music. You know, I just told you how I fell into music, and then we're bringing it all together.
Right. And you know, I think that's funny that you mentioned about the going specifically to art school, because I know they try to get you in classes where it's not only just drawing, but sculpting, painting, everything, ceramics, and you may just have your one passion in one specific one.
Right.
So for you, it seems to have been drawing then.
Yeah. Drawing, you know, later computer graphics is it, you know. It's like, you know, you think back, it's like a lot of stuff wouldn't have happened if I'd chosen to go to the Maryland College of Art then.
Yeah.
If I had chose to go, you know, go to the Maryland College of Art then, I wouldn't have met MC Light. Look, you know, all that stuff comes into play.
Yeah. And so when you did go back to school in 2016, what were some of the experiences that led you to decide that, yes, this is the time that I want to go ahead and perfect my craft when it comes to web design, media, and all of that?
Well, you know, I think when like we went to Denver, we lived in Denver for a minute. And when we came back to Baltimore, I started, you know, I went to Denver. I was making beats in Baltimore first, moved to Denver. And in Denver, I joined all these online communities that we didn't even know. It was like the internet was just starting, like rapmusic.com, H1 hip hop, you know, and they, you know, I'm on there, I'm battling, beat battling, and you know, text battling raps and stuff like that. So rapmusic.com and all those internet sites, I started getting into beat battles, and I started winning. You know, first, you know, I was putting my beats out and they were like, they're so tiny. I didn't understand what they were saying. I was just making beats on the machine, putting them up there, just thinking they're hot. Yeah, this is hot. They were like, this, your beats, they okay, but you know what I'm saying? They're like little beats. They don't have any sound, no bass, no, you know what I'm saying? The guitar, you can't hear anything. You know what I'm saying? Your samples are chopped wrong. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just learning. So I learned from online. So this whole online thing, yeah, I'm fine with it, because that's what happened when I moved to Denver. We got into all these communities online. I met one person, and he told me about all these communities online. That's what really, you know, that just spirit pushed me forward in front of a lot of producers. Because these guys, when you're talking about like 12 years old, like, you know, like these guys like 12 years old, and I'm like in my 20s, and they're like, yeah, talking all this beat, you know. It's like, okay, well, what is this? What is a decibel? And, you know, saying how to get my kicks to sound bigger. Teach me, you know.
Yeah.
So we had a whole community of online, and, you know, one of them now, MG the Future, on YouTube with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I think, about 100,000 subscribers. That was my dude. And he kind of taught me the behind the scenes, the tech thing. So started learning that, and yeah, we just kept rolling with it from there. I hope I'm answering the questions. I'm a little bit nervous, but
No.
You know, I'm behind the scenes, so
Come on, don't be nervous. First of all, we have an amazing after party after this.
Okay? Oh yeah.
And this is family, so
yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
There you go.
But you know, one thing I really love about what you just said is that you were willing to admit that you needed help at that time. And when people said, you know, you need to fix this and that, you were like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I already, you know, I'm the best. You were like, okay, you know, I think I can take this and that. And especially learning from people who are younger than you, or maybe people who hadn't been in the game as long, but they were more attuned to the online aspect of it and the tech part. You know, you learned a lot from them because you were open-minded. So I think that's really important in anyone's journey, to just be open-minded and willing to take constructive criticism. You know, because it's not, it's very much needed. It is.
Yeah. So I remember where I was before I got on, going this way, that way. But so anyway, so I became successful in Baltimore. We came back and people found out that I made beats because I went every single Monday. DJ Face of Knife Wonders DJ crew. Y'all look him up. DJ Face. He's a part of the True School. I think it's called Knife Wonders group is called True School DJs with Spinderella and all those DJs.
Right.
DJ Face of that crew would play my beats every single Monday at open mic.
Oh wow.
Every single Monday. I would make the beat, I get there, and he loved my beats and he played them every single Monday for open mic, right? So the momentum got going because people were like, yeah, that's a Ms.Tris track. Open mic, the MCs would battle. They battle over Ms.Tris Beats. You know what I mean? So I was there. We were there every single Monday. And then finally one rapper finally bought a beat. One rapper bought a beat. His name is Ogun in Baltimore. He's retired. Now he's probably going to be like mayor one day or something like that. This one rapper bought a beat. And we made this hit called When I'm in the Room. And he told me, he said, Ms.Tris, when he came, he said, I really don't buy beats, right? I'm going to get this. And I'm going to barter services after this. Okay. All right. Well, I'm trying to sell my beat. It was like, what, $50? Like $50 back then, right? So he got the beat. Boom. Made the song with, the New York DJ, like Who Kid or one of those popular New York DJs we got on CDs. This dude got the beat, gave me 500 CDs to sell, and just put my name everywhere. Just put my name, put my name everywhere. The song was a hit. You know what I'm saying? The song was hit. Put my name everywhere. Just like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay. All right. So you serious. You serious like that. You moving like that. All right. So after that, we just, boom, we kept making hits. Boom, we kept making hits. Boom, we kept making hits. And then people just, my name started getting around the city. And then I entered the test bin on the radio station that you talked about, 88.9 Strictly Hip Hop. Shout out to Ak, who he's retired too, but, shout out to Ak. And then I was the first woman to win the beat battle. You know what I mean? That, it's play it or spray it or whatever. So I was the first female producer to win that competition. Boom, started going up. From there, boom, it just took off from there. So it took off from there. Success. People just like Ms.Tris Beats, Ms.Tris Beats, Ms.Tris Beats. Ms.Tris Beats. So when that Ms.Tris Beats start going, Ms.Tris Beats, happy for the success. Thank you for, your business too, your art. And we're making hits. Fun. Ms.Tris Beats, Ms.Tris Beats, boom. Then it starts. I'm flipping beats out like burgers. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like Ms.Tris Beats, I start flipping beats out like burgers. You know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, it comes a time then you getting older. It's like, all right, this it that everybody wants to get to. Looks like I've already done it. You know what I'm saying? And Puff is sending producers out for cheesecakes. I know I don't want to work with him. I do. I would. No offense, but I'm kind of like a introvert extrovert. So somebody tells me to go get cheesecakes for me to make some beats. You know what I'm saying? So this whole industry thing starts looking like maybe I can. Let's see if I can do it from home. You know what I mean? So you it just started getting so much. Like I'm making beats, and then I guess God just set me down and just said, "Look, you got other stuff I need you to do too." So I woke up one day and I prayed. I meditated and prayed. And I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to finish my degree. I went back to school. There we go. There's your answer. There's your answer. That's what it was. I prayed one day and I was like, well, what would I want to do? Everybody thought I would go back for music. But I got like MG the Future. Why would I pay $100,000 when I already got the people who, I need to learn from? You know what I mean? Why would I pay for music when I'm learning from YouTube and I'm here now, So I went back to school. I woke up, I prayed, turned it on. I was like, I like to do web and, I like to do graphics. And that's how it happened. I was like, boom, sign me up. Let's go. Again, I didn't want that art school with paint and all sculpture and all that. So that's how I stumbled onto the Art Institute, which I always want to go to as well. And they had the double major, web design, interactive media. And you talk about God leading the way, that's probably one of the best decisions I ever made. Like, that was like the best. I got in there and I learned photography, more about music, and, like I said, it was so much more than what I thought. It was so much more than what I thought. Resumes, all that kind of stuff. So much more. And I got in there and I did the thing. 3.99.
Oh, props to you. Props to you.
Yeah. Wasn't playing.
And that's honestly a really excellent combination because, like you said, things are moving to more of a digital age, and you adapted really well by majoring in those two fields, and you kind of combined all your interests in that dual degree.
Yeah, it's like, try to make a one-stop shop. Like I said, the internet, I'm comfortable. You know what I mean? So this is so much my world. Like, you know what I mean? It's like really comfortable. So basically, it's a one-stop shop. So the rapper, and then even all my courses, I did like music stuff. Like my sample website was a music website, right? So I'm thinking ahead. I'm in school. Every project was based towards something I can show somebody locally, say, hey, I can make your music website. The next project is like I made a beat making game. You know what I mean? The next game I made was music based. You know what I'm saying? So my teacher, a couple of professors I had twice, like, yeah. I was like, well, it's on purpose. You know what I mean? It's on purpose. I'm building a business of branding. We brand you different. Like, you come here, you rap, right? You get the beat, you pay for the beat. I take your picture right here with the green screen, you know what I mean? Pay for the beat, take your picture, do the CD cover, do your flyer for the internet, you know what I'm saying? Make your promo video, boom. And if you need an app, make the app. You talking about a great package for KeyTris. You come here, we will brand you different. Boom.
And when you say we, you mean me. Like, you did everything for them. You could literally build an artist with all that.
There you go.
There you
go. Yeah. So it was on purpose. So when I went to school, to bring it all together, and then, but the thing about it is, when I went to school to bring it all together, I had to let the website, you know what I mean? It's like, I had to, that's when I couldn't be Jackie of all trades. I couldn't do it. Like when I was in school, I couldn't keep the website going, double major, keep the beats going at the same time. You know what I mean? So yeah, so this, you're talking about a few years from today, so this is still me bringing it all together. And now God said, look, I need you to teach. You know what I mean? So, it's still me bringing it all together, and basically that's where we are. So, yeah, so the website, had to let that go to get those A's, and then the beats, I had made enough over the years that they lasted me. Like, I was still, like, if somebody needed a beat, I was still playing beats from like 2015 right, all the way up, like 3 years of beats. You know what I mean? 3 years of beats. I took a few extra DJ courses with Dynamic Producer to try to get me ready for the industry, because that's one thing I never tried to do. I never submitted to anybody in the industry. I was doing enough locally, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they was just winning locally, and I was fine. Especially after I saw Puff send those people for that cheesecake.
We can't let go of that cheesecake thing, because
no.
And they had to go at like what, 2 a.m. in the morning or something across. No, I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, a producer's life is pretty. It depends. You got to just pick and choose who you're gonna work with. It's not easy if you really. How can I say, if you a boss? No, teasing. A producer's life, when you're coming up, you got to take a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, not my artist, none of my artists, but I mean, you got to take a lot of stuff, and, sit for hours. And like, if you run a studio, people bringing people and, the drink, let's just get started. I'm probably this close to ADHD. So yeah, the engineering thing is not for me. Mom probably knew, but she never told me. So, but yeah, so that sitting for hours while somebody just over and over and over and over and over. I can't be an engineer. I just stay in my lane. I'll pay the engineers to mix my beats to, like, if the artist comes and we just work it out at the crib and then we go to a bigger studio, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I like sitting with artists, but I don't like the repetitive stuff. I don't like the, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because my mind starts going, I'm already creating the next beat or something.
No, that totally makes sense. And, you know, sometimes we do have to recognize what our lane is and how much we can put on our plate. Because like you said, sometimes it's hard to be the Jackie of all trades.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have to kind of pay attention to what our purpose is in that season. So seems that you had that intuition on lock.
Yeah.
And somebody was actually, a couple people in the comments were noticing your amazing collection behind you.
And the B5 fit.
And
we give
because we
Josie some
are
love tonight.
we're a supportive family here. But yeah, it's like, can you tell us, are they categorized by decade, or like, I mean, there's like, you probably have so many amazing hits there.
They're not. They're not. Now, that's another thing. Really geeky now. When I started making music, I'm just playing what I could play out of my ear. I never had training, right? Hip hop is born off of samples. Everybody knows this. Hip hop is born off of samples, and every paycheck, I would go to either thrift store, record store, something, and at least purchase albums. So these albums, like yeah, this was like every paycheck, every week, go get a couple here and there. Some my uncle gave me, you know, some are from Keybe Writes, and a couple are from my dad, and the rest was just like grind. This is like some. I got I got more, you know what I mean? Because hip hop was born on samples. So to find the obscure sample, you know, sampling your own snares, basically, like, you know, people think that when you sample that you are just stealing someone's music, which some people do. They take a whole 4-bar loop and it's like, what you find to be real, and they're taking the whole thing. Now a master at sampling, or, you know, is like, no, you take like pieces, you make your own instrument out of it. You take a snare, you take a drum, you know, it's meticulous. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not just taking a loop and spreading it out. And basically what you see Josiah do, that's, you know, I know that he knows how to sample and stuff like that. And he's doing exactly, you know, what I'm starting to do. This is only my 4th time DJing tonight, basically, in public or whatever, you know, but that's what I want to incorporate into my stuff. And what he's doing is he's doing what I'm saying. He's chopping samples. He's chopping samples. So that's what this is. Oh, money. No, like, you know what I'm saying? This is my ammo right here. This is like,
yeah.
That's ammo.
You know, it's funny. Sometimes I think about what they did before we sampled, because it seems as though music just keeps coming back. Like, you see people sampling from like the 50s, 60s, and then people who might be from a newer generation are like, oh, what's this new song? And you don't even know that sample origin. And actually, I learned a lot listening to D-Nice's sets, because sometimes I would hear him play the original song that I never knew that was a Motown hit that wasn't really that popular or something, and I'm like, oh wow, this is a sample too? Like, what's original?
Right. And that's so funny, because D-Nice is my age, so he's playing like everything. Like, everything is so even Steven with him. And it's a couple of times he plays something I'm like, wow, but when he's playing stuff that he likes and grew up on, it's so just like parallel. You know what I mean? You know, we graduated the same year. We went to kindergarten the same year. So, of course. So his childhood is going to be my childhood. We're exact same age, like a couple of months apart. So, it's like, you know, it's basically spot on. I was freezing for a little bit. I was freezing. So you start talking about D-Nice and all that fire comes.
Yeah, no, I think, and I see that too. And it's really cool, because you can learn a lot about someone's taste in music by the music that they sample and mix together in their sets. And you can tell that he's someone who studied his craft a lot, as are you. just the way that you mix things together from different decades and even different genres of music.
Yeah, yeah. You reminded me because I know that we were both starting our guitar lessons and things like that. You know, I'm a Prince fan, so Prince and Sheila E. fan. You know, like I used to be Sheila E. Like you know the what you call it, the fan club president or whatever.
Oh,
You know, yeah. You know, I looked in a phone book, called their house in Oakland, right? And somebody young answered the phone. It was her sister. It's like I got stories, man. I got stories of her sister. So me and her sister became friends, just long distance friends, and you know, we went backstage with Sheila E. They came up, you know, all that kind of stuff like that. But anyway, so since I was a fan of them, it was always in the back of my mind that, you know, I can never work with Prince if I don't learn an instrument. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing hip hop sampling, blah 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 blah. So that was always there. That was always there. Like, dang, I want to work with Sheila Lee. You know, they really care about those samples until now. Like now, of course, everybody's open. But growing, you know, as I grew as a musician, it's like, dang, I ain't gonna never be able to work with Prince because he don't like people who sample. You know what I mean? I gotta learn something. You know, so yeah, I'm. Bucket list, gotta learn the bass guitar at least.
Yeah, that you mentioned that you played the bass on some of your tracks too, right? For like a more authentic sound.
I play it, but like I said, YouTube college, you know, dynamic producer. I was in a producer program, a really popular producer program that was getting us ready for the industry. Like we're submitting to Rihanna. We're submitting to like Flow Rider. You know what I'm saying? We're submitting to industry folks, and we had advisors. Like they would come and look at my computer like, Ms.Tris, you got everything too loud. Turn everything down. You know what I mean? And nah, you gotta make it funkier. Like make a beat with just 3 sounds and then send that to me. They really took it up a notch. So a dynamic producer, I learned how to play it, manipulate it so it sounds like it's played by the regular bass. Oh. You can never replace a regular bass player, right?
Right.
But you can make it sound close. You can make it sound close if you know what you're doing. A couple of nudges here, a couple of nudges there. Fix this. Don't put it on. You can make it sound close. So, yeah, that was another thing that when I was doing sample beats along the way, there's like another thing I would put bass lines on. People like, dang, nobody puts bass lines on their beats like that, you know. So yeah.
You know, the bass line for me is the best part of the song. Like that's why you got a good bass in there. That's my favorite song automatically.
You sound like me. You sound like me. I love funk. That's I love funk.
It looks like we have a question from Brian. He says, when will you write your experiences done into a book or short stories?
That's a good question, Brian. Actually, I want to do a cartoon.
Ooh.
I want to do it. I want to do a cartoon. You know what I mean? This, like I said, this is like the whole KeyTris thing is like the beginning of a lot of stuff. And right now, yeah, I'm going to do it, and I'll start doing a little cartoon. I did have something to show you. Try to make this a little interactive since I'm an interactive media specialist. Like
nice.
Let's see if I can get it to play. We keep talking because I think the computer went off. So
yeah, let me know and we'll.
But yeah, I wanna put my story out, and it'll probably like maybe a YouTube, started off like a little cartoon and just keep that going for a little bit. Eventually write a book. You know, I got more important books to work on than my own. With KeyTris Media. Keybe is the life coach, the spirituality, all that kind of stuff. The other half of KeyTris Media. So that's my focus has to really turn towards that. That's like her stuff has to get out. Her stuff after that, then I'll worry about making my cards about Ms.Tris Beats. No, her stuff is universal. Has to get out.
Yes, and we all can't wait to see that too.
Yeah.
And I know when you were talking about making your beats, I was thinking about pricing and how you determine how much to price your beats, and also what the landscape was like at that time in terms of, were there a lot of women making beats alongside you, because you were the first person to win that competition. So yeah, how did you price it, and how did you kind of keep your motivation up being one of the only women at that time?
The motivation, one thing that never really occurred with me is I never used I'm a female producer until maybe I talked to a couple of industry people on IG. You know what I mean? I never pulled the female card. I never wanted that to be why people want to hear the beats. You know what I mean? I wanted my beats to speak for themselves. I never pulled the female card, or anything like that. I'm a battle you. You don't have to put me with the girls, whatever. I don't care. I'm battling anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a battling woman win. You know what I'm saying? But so I never did that. So it never like I said, I was coming from Denver with all this knowledge. When they heard the beats, they just were like, how do you sound like the radio? Yeah, how come, you know what I'm saying? It was like that. It was like local celebrity thing. Like, how did you do that? I studied. These guys on the internet told me, you know what I'm saying? And from there, it's like, that's the art. The art came through from there. Like, I've always been tinkering with music since a young age, all the way up, playing Fisher Price records and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I never ran into like any problems. I'm saying I'm not a small woman, so I never had a lot of sexual advances or nothing like that. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. So I never
That's
had
real.
a lot of
That's real in the industry.
Yeah, and I'm just myself. Like, what you see on here is basically, what you see offline, online, offline. Pretty funny. I get serious, just as many people do. I do get serious, but I'm just myself, you know what I'm saying? And my energy is a lot to take for some people. I can be a bit too much, and some people like, calm down, So they used to call me the manager. Okay, manager. Okay, manager. You know what I mean? So sometimes my energy can be a bit much, as I grew, get wiser. I understand who's okay and who's a little more laid back, because everybody's not hyper like me or whatever like that. But so I never had too much of a problem. We had Raina Williams, respect to Raina Williams. She made it to the X Factor. So she was kind of here parallel with me, but it wasn't many of us. It wasn't many, maybe like 4, 5, 6 of us. You know what I'm saying? But I was putting in the work. No, I was putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? I put in the work. I was there every Monday. Like, you know what I'm saying? You were here, these beats. You know what I'm saying? You're just putting in the work. Just putting in the work. So, and, if whenever they did try to battle us, no, I'm not battling any females. I'm not, it's like we are sisterhood. It's only like 5 of us. Why would I want to get up there and battle? So yeah, I did battle once. I lost to Raina. You know what I'm saying? That's my girl. That's like my sister. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Playing the guitar. They probably tired of me winning. And, you know what I'm saying? You're playing guitar. So big ups to Raina. But you know what I'm saying? But other than that, and I don't like the battle. I don't like that feeling. I don't. Before when I was 17, 18, yeah, I'm a battle. I'm hungry. I don't like that feeling of going against. Just basically brothers, sisters, we all in this together. Producers is like a world together. I think today, as sometimes battling is getting bigger or whatever, maybe if it was a Just Blaze and they somebody hears me on here and says, you got to battle in this format, maybe, but I really don't like to battle, you know what I'm saying? My beat's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to battle anymore, put it that way.
Yeah, but the thing is though, how did the beat battles go? Without rapping, without anything, how did they choose the best beat? And who was the judges, and how did that all work?
Well, you can have different things. It's just like anything else, like a boxing match.
Right.
They can have different rules. They have a beat battle and say no samples. So you got to play all Dirty South beats, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Or they might have a beat battle say, sample this same song. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all sample Stevie Wonder and whoever, whatever the crowd likes. Or, you know, it's different rules they can have. It's like make a beat with no hi-hats. You know what I mean? Like whoever makes the best beat. Usually it's on that type of line, or they could just like bring your best 5 beats and you know what I'm saying, let the crowd decide the decibel level of the crowd. Like, woo!
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever gets more likes. You know what I mean? So yeah. I mean, that, you know, I like going to beat battles. I really don't care to be in them now.
Yeah.
You know, but before, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Before that, yeah, you ain't gonna win no. Yeah, but that's how it works. Hey, everybody, I see everybody coming in. We're gonna do roll call on the next half, but yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's something else that I wanted to ask you as well, because a lot of people are going through the motions of this pandemic, and we see these online communities coming together, especially with the DJs, all these lives going on. And so, in your opinion, what do you think the role of music has been in this pandemic?
It's been our heartbeat. Like, you know what I mean? That's like that's been our main breath of fresh air, and you know, our main focus and all that kind of stuff like that. It's been our heartbeat. Shout out to Karen Domino White that said I was a great nail artist. Yeah, she's been with me all my life, so that's family. Karen Domino White, daughter of Fats Domino. But yeah, it's been our heartbeat. You know what I mean? It really has. A lot of the people in here, I mean, you know, I'm seeing names that I really know, but like, you know, I'm late on some people, because even though I wasn't at you know, at CQ the whole time quarantine, I've been saved by music. Ed Reed, every night at 10 o'clock. Ed Reed, Hall of Fame, Ravens, whoop, 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 whoop. Hall of Famer, Ed Reed, every night at 10 o'clock. Ed Reed DJ. Jukebox 20, 8720. That's where the 8720, I always talk about that. You know, those first few months, I was more, you know, Ed Reed's at 10, more so than CQ. And then I started coming into CQ. Like, CQ is like so big. And then I just started getting my groove on. And CQ was like, oh, I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just come. And I might have been in there and not saying anything. You know what I mean? Like I said, introverted, extrovert. And then I just started, you know what I'm saying? I just started saying stuff, and boom, it just flourished. You know what I mean? That's probably why I did, you know, like when people say this place called It, that, you know, oh, I thought you would have made it by now. What do you mean? If I made it already, right, then I wouldn't have met all of you, all these like wonderful people. Like, you know, if I was Missy Elliott in that room in CQ, I wouldn't have met y'all. Wouldn't know me like this probably. You know what I'm saying? Most likely. Like, I've gained, like, you know, so much, and we about to get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been our heartbeat.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
During
quarantine. You know, exactly like you said, like sometimes you're not really gonna be in the comments all the time. You're just gonna have CQ or whatever DJ set playing in the background, and you're just jamming throughout your house, and you're like connecting more with your family. And CQ and a lot of DJ sets really saved all of us, I think, during this quarantine, because we were all going crazy, you know, thinking that it's going to just be over in a few weeks. And even now, things are starting to shut down again with this second wave. So music is such a healing force, and I respect anybody who is involved with music. And it's important to me, too. As you know, I sing, and now I just started playing acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to just be able to create that force to bring people together.
Right. And you up in Philly, man. Philly has that great music scene. You got to meet my cousin. That's his mom in here, Karen Domino. Latif is in Philly. He's on that picture on the stage. Yeah, he's on 98.5, I think it is, in Philly. You know, and he's my hip hop child. You know, I influenced him with hip hop, and now he's just like Chuck D had him on the radio. He's got songs out. You know, he makes beats, all that kind of stuff like that. So Philly is the place when all this stuff gets over. You know, say meet my aunt. You know what I'm saying? Y'all up there. She's always in Philly. She loves fashion. She's a fashion designer too. She sings. She plays guitar. So you make sure y'all get connected up there.
We definitely need to link up.
Yeah.
Like I said, everyone in this room, we're all having to cookout after
Yeah, definitely.
in
Definitely.
real life. And another thing that I think is very essential more than anything is the fact that you give back to the community.
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of community service experiences over the past year, especially working with kids. So for those who don't really know too much about that aspect of your work, could you give us a window into that?
Yes. I'm a part of Evolve Community Foundation, Inc. And this is a program that really is about helping the kids and the community. Okay. We have a beach life club, just business, education, arts. Oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting my acronyms, but I'm going to have the owner come on right before my set.
Okay.
On the next one. But I'm a beach life coach, and basically what we do is we teach kids how to bank, we teach kids how to cook, we teach kids how to do homework, be disciplined, meditate, yoga, refrain from violent behavior, uh, life. You know what I mean? So they can survive and help the community. Also, planting trees, sustainability, how to grow their own food, how to take care of animals, you name it. This is what we're teaching the kids in the beach life and going out into the community to help the community. So we're going out into the community to plant trees. We're going out to the community to plant vegetables. We got peace ponds where we can meditate.
Wow.
You know, so I hope that everybody comes when you come onto the DJ set. I'm hoping Coach Bilal would come on and really tell you this is phenomenal vision. Like, you know, I'm a part of it, but I'm looking at him like, man, God really bless you with a great idea.
Yeah.
You know, really, really. So basically, my part is I teach media. This year I'm not physically because of COVID. I'm not there, but media, cooking, auntie, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, they get me about the meditation, and I had it back. You know, but not meditation, the yoga. I meditate every day. So hopefully y'all feel that energy coming out. I meditate every day, no matter what. I meditate, but yeah. As you can see, I like to eat too, but yeah, I'm gonna get into the yoga more. So, but yeah, we just teaching them about life and helping the community, and you know, keep them off the streets and survival, survival.
That is so needed. And I've seen some studies a few years back about how meditation can help a lot with kids who are having anger issues in school, fighting a lot, because it just gives them that moment to kind of put things on pause for the day and kind of refocus and not really think too much about the stresses from being at home and all the situations that they're going through. So
Yes.
that's a really wonderful initiative that you guys have started.
Oh man, this you know, I missed being with the kids this year because they are actively involved, you know, with Evolve, you know. But basically, I'm doing media, getting Facebook, you know, Facebook posts and things like that. So maybe January I'll be back with the kids. I'm going. I think I'm going to go Thanksgiving if I had to put on like, you know, that week, that Tuesday when they have the session. If I had to put on a whole a plastic bag, I really miss them. You know what I mean? But yeah, they love it. They want us to. If we could do it every day, if we had the funding to do it every day, we knew how to get the grant to do it every day. You know what I'm saying? That would be my job. I would be there, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, give me, you know, to help me pay my bills, I'll be there every day. But they would love if we could do every day. We're at a rec center, so we only can do like 2 hours. But I mean, this program is such a great program, especially, you know, Baltimore. We're in the county, but the city is here, and most of these kids go back and forth. So you never know what type of background, you know, the kids have been in. I mean, most people know Baltimore is not like a horrible place to live. We love Baltimore, you know, the city that reads. I mean, the joke is the city that bleeds, you know, because there's a lot of violence in
Right.
some parts of Baltimore, as in every city. Just there's more violence in our violent areas than other cities. You know what I mean? And our violent areas are violent. You know what I mean? So, but overall, it's not a bad city to live in. You know, but some of these kids are in and out of the city. They might live with grandmother in the city. and home with parents on the weekend, or back and forth and stuff like that. So yeah, we see some real problems. And coach coach, he's from one of the areas that don't play with they don't play with coach, because he puts them in their place. Like, saying, you get some of the ones that 17, 18. I mean, I've seen them cuss. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Like, like, okay, what I'm saying? Coach like, no, 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 no. Let them go ahead, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? The cuss coach out and leave. Let him let him calm down. Let him calm down. Don't chase him. Don't chase him. Don't chase him. Then
Right.
he come back. I'm sorry, Monsieur. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, coach. I just said my real name, but anyway, everybody, most of y'all know me. But yeah, I'm sorry, coach. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, I know you didn't mean it. So yeah, it's you got to deal with a lot. You got to deal with a lot, and we, I guess life training helps. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Especially, I think you
But
mentioned
that, yeah,
too. Yeah, banking and just being wise with your
yeah,
finances. Those are skills
yeah,
that are
yeah.
very
Like
essential. Yeah.
we literally have a cafe. Like when we got I'm trying coach, but I hope he can come on. I love this guy. It's my brother, right? Like, I mean, just working, like looking just how his mind works. Like, it's crazy. He used to do scuba diving, teaching kids scuba diving, all that. Okay, thank you. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mo. This is one. Mo is one of our guys. Mo is one of our guys. Basketball player. I heart Mo. Right here is Mo. Mo is one of our guys. I won't say children. Mo is going to a great. He's in the ninth grade, going to a great high school. Basketball. I love him. I love him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's a part of Evolve. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of Evolve, and it's a family. It's a family. But I was saying, Coach is mine. He just put up what Evolve meant. Thank you. Nerves. But Coach's mind is always been like, about this thing, and he's been working on it like for years. But when he got Evolve going in the Peace Pond, and he got into a school first, it just flourished. It just flourished. So, like, we're at the rec, and we're taking care of the vending machine for the whole rec, and you got cheerleaders, the football players, the soccer players coming in, and the kids, are taking care of the vending machine. Like, they go collect we put the snacks in, we
Yeah.
get the money, they get checks, they pay, they put, they get money, by grades. You get money by grades, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Your age, you get five, So they're buying the snacks with this money that we have, and they deposit in the bank. They deposit it in the bank. It's not real money, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But we have it set up a bank. You get your check. You know what I'm saying? How much you got paid? You got to pay for food. $10 a plate. You know what I'm saying? $10 a plate. You better make some more A's. You know what I'm saying? Or talk to somebody. Work it off. What you gonna do
Yeah.
if I give you this free plate? Then how you gonna work this off? How you gonna? Okay, Coach Tris, I'll clean some tables. All right. Last time you didn't clean this table, next time I'll just give you a bag of Doritos. We got a kitchen in there. We throw it down, like, just yeah. And this is basically out of our money. Like, we were doing this. This is like nonprofit. We don't have grants or anything. This is like, all right, I'm going to the dollar store this week. I'm gonna do something with these oodles and noodles, y'all. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
we might have popcorn and snacks, but the kids are grateful. It's a family, and they love it. They're learning some life skills that last forever.
That is
It's
awesome.
definitely.
And shout out to Mo in the comments and all the other members of Evolve that are here, because you guys are doing a great job, both students and coaches. And I saw some people in the comments talking about community fundraising that maybe you guys could do, or GoFundMe, things like that, or even a way that those of us watching can contribute. Just let us know, because we love community service here in Testimony Tuesdays. It's the best way to keep uplifting the community by giving back.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, Evolve Community Foundation Inc. I guess I can pin it on my page, or the next go round. But there's a website. There's a website. There's a Facebook page, and saying, so there's all kinds of ways. If anybody wants to give, please give. The last time I DJ'd for my birthday, All the proceeds went to them or Ed Reed's foundation. So yeah, we give back to the community, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Any bit helps. If you got $1, give it to Evolve. You know what I'm saying? If you want to tip me, give it to Evolve. Unless I say, yo, no, I'm teasing. No, give it to Evolve. You know, like stuff like that, because
Yeah,
it's important. We need it. There's like no shame in that game, for real.
we know, and we need more of that now. And the final thing I was going to ask you is, for those who are looking to get into web design, interactive media, or even just the music part, what advice would you give them, especially during these times, to grow their businesses?
Well, we have YouTube College. Whatever you can probably think of, somebody's asked Google.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't find my other sock. Like, you know what I'm saying? You probably Google, I can't find my other sock, and you'll probably have an answer onto my, where to look. So I would say, I would suggest YouTube College. If you can't, like, go to an online college or something like that, get you a playlist, get a playlist together, start like, the bottom, get a playlist together, just like gradually. And you got your own kind of lessons going in order. You know what I'm saying? Use those YouTube playlists. You got Udemy that has classes for like what, $20-$40 or something. Like Fender,
Oh,
rock
yeah.
out, rock out, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
$49 for a year of lessons. You know what I'm saying? Well, they came free at first, but now,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, eventually, Fashion and she'll be on one guitar and I'll be on the bass and her brother be playing
Yep.
the guitar.
Yep.
Let's make a hit. Let's
Yeah.
make a hit, you know what I mean? So we make a hit. But ask people too, like, if you really want to, like, I'm trying to get Tina to, ask Tina to learn how to DJ Boston,
Oh, yeah.
to get a little controller, you know what I'm saying? So I keep
Right.
pushing her, you know what I'm saying? So if she needs help, just ask. If you want to know about beats, that's what my website was. Like, I'm grassroots. Like, I'm not, like, I haven't been to Full Sail Music College or anything like that. I told you my backstory, but about hip hop beat making, and I kept learning, and I teach. That's what I was teaching people. Like, I don't know how to read chords, but I figured this out. So, I had a blog going, like, I was doing it daily. That's like, I was doing it daily, like a daily blog. And then, like I said, when I went to school, I had to let that go. So it's kind of cool, because I don't even know if I want to put that much of myself out there right now
Yeah.
again, because I was daily blogging, like, like, I'm having a sad day. I don't even want to put that out there, but it's cool because now I got more skills. So the next website will probably be Ms.Tris Music and Media. It was mstrismusic.com. So now it's probably Ms.Tris Music and Media.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, where can everyone find you to hear about your beats, see your DJ sets, and keep in touch with you for your latest
Well,
beats?
I'm Ms.Tris Beats everywhere. I'm just starting to use IG effectively. Facebook was my thing for a minute. They probably were like, well, where is Ms.Tris Beats at? It's like Facebook was my thing for probably too many minutes. Like, but I'm Ms.Tris, MSTRISBEATS everywhere. Like Twitter, it was all, like I said, we was with the guys who basically started leasing the beats. We're all over the place, but like those guys who started leasing beats, like, I can let you use the beat for a little while and you can make up to $2,000 or 2,000 copies. Somebody else can use this beat for a little while, just like a car. So I was with that crew that was doing that in 2002 and all that kind of stuff, like leasing beats. We were a part of that. So yeah, so they taught me to be Ms.Tris Beats everywhere. That's how come I'm Ms.Tris Beats everywhere, because that was,
Yeah.
those boys was on it. They were like, we were like like ahead of stuff. Like, I made my website 2007. That's from them. They were like, you know what I'm saying? That was from them. Like, so yeah, that's why Ms.Tris Beats everywhere, which everybody should be. That's a branding tip.
Yeah.
So, everybody should be the same. If it's one business, you should be the same everywhere. So everybody, they'll find you anywhere.
Yeah, agreed. Because you don't want to be remembering like 5, 6 names, all these identities.
Yeah,
You know, although
exactly.
I do
Yeah,
have two,
I'm easy to
but
find. I'm easy to find. Old stuff, new stuff, easy to find. You know.
exactly. Well, Ms.Tris Beats, thank you so much for a lovely interview. You dropped so many gems, and not only that, but we have an after party to head to, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. What time are we working with right now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking, give me like 15 minutes because I had to switch some things. I had like I wanted to show y'all the video game and things like that, but we'll do that another time. We'll do that another time. But give me like 15 minutes to switch everything around, go to the restroom, grab an adult beverage or something,
Oh yeah.
and we are about to party. Hey everybody! It's
Hey.
hard. It's hard to like Brian said. It's hard to read the names when you know what I'm saying when you trying to give eye contact and
Yeah.
practice my speech class things. But you know what I mean. I did have to take speech class. But, yeah, we about 15 minutes. Y'all go get some wine and let's get it. Let's
Yeah.
get it.
So
My page.
everyone, go to Ms.Tris Beats page in about 15 minutes. Get your wine, your beer, whatever you need,
Yep.
snacks, green smoothie, whatever you need, and be on her page for our after party. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Ms.Tris Beats, for taking time out of your schedule to sit down with me and talk all things testimony. And
Yes. Yes.
looking forward to your set coming up very shortly.
Yes. Let's get it. I thank you all for being here with me. You know what I'm saying? This is a great interview, and I just want to really thank y'all. You know, my mother's birthday was November 30th, is November the 30th. So, it's a little emotional times and things like that. You know, y'all helped me keep my character, y'all God sent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Keybe, y'all, my family, my aunt here, everybody, all y'all. Group hug. Group hug. Thank you.
Group hug.
Thank you. So let's get ready. Party. Let's party.
Yes, and happy birthday to
15 minutes.
your mother.
Say it again.
We're,
Oh, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
we're commemorating her birthday, and
Yes.
we're celebrating life and
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
energy, good vibes. So
Yeah.
thank
She would
you
be
for all that
proud.
you do.
She would
Yeah,
be proud. She would be like, tell him I said hi.
yeah, yes.
All right. All right,
All
let's
right,
do this,
everyone.
y'all.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night,
All
and see you
right.
soon. See you soon.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes tops. I gotta the thing about it is I gotta see if coach is gonna come on. So I
Okay.
gotta, help him out with this technology, and then we're gonna go.
Yes. Oh, and
All
also,
right.
everyone, or Ms.Tris Beats, if you could tag the name of the organization in your comment somewhere when you go on,
Okay.
so everyone can follow and kind of stay
Yeah.
updated with you. That would be awesome.
Okay. Thank you so much. Mo,
All
what
right.
up, bro? Make them A's, boy. All
Yes. Yes.
right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
All right.